All right, folks, so this is, we solved like everything, Roaring Lion, Fire Burneth, Active Worship. This board has just got so much stuff on it. Okay. Pure threes, pure revelation, all this stuff. Volcano knits together with erupt, thunder, boom, lightning striketh. And we have that awesome like flood of like the snake slithereth, it's all pure threes, just screamingly loaded threes. I'm going to erase this now, and just for my personal, there's just been some amazing gems that I've had over the last few days that have just been shocking, and I just want to record them for personal / historic purposes. These are more personal, well actually no, there's some amazing ones. And I just want to write on the board, get them up there. It's pretty obvious stuff. Come on, people. All right. So, a ton of gems I got from this sushi joint that I hit up yesterday. All these things, first I'm just going to read them, they all divide by 3. Soy sauce equals 111 perfectly. Green tea divides by 3. Chopsticks equals 123. So this is how it works. Anywhere you go, the Holy Ghost is with you, and He speaks the words to you, and you can solve everything that you see with your eyes everywhere you go, because English is perfect, God speaks English. Therefore, English is mathematically, everything is exactly the way it should be to glorify the Trinity, the Triune God, God the Father, Jesus Christ the Son, and the Holy Ghost. So, I go to a sushi place by Divine Ordinance yesterday, and lo and behold, on my table, and on every table in any Japanese restaurant is, and most Asian restaurants, is a jar of soy sauce. And they're shaped, they are shaped in threes. They're always shaped like this. So there's 3 little dimples, if you will, that make kind of a triangle for the soy sauce. This is looking at it from the top down. That's, you grab the soy sauce thing and you just kind of pour it. And on the top is the color red, which is the king of colors. Red is the perfect cube of 3. So if you're looking at this from the top down, there's, it's like this, the circular top with the two little, dribble pour outlets on either side. But the whole thing is like a triangle. 1, 2, 3 divots. It's shaped like a triangle for the number 3. But soy sauce adds to 111 perfectly. By Divine Ordinance. Everything in this universe is exactly the way it's supposed to be. The name of everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be, so that the numbers of the names glorify the Trinity every single time. So, soy sauce adds to 111, and you can dig into, more gems here. The most obvious thing I highlighted right off the bat is that it's bookended with 24 AAA, and then it's also doubly bookended because the next 2 letters both divide by 3, front and back, just like Albert Einstein's name. And then you can chain link these 3 center letters together. The U divides by 3 once again. So many 3s. 3 letters that divide by 3. This content in the center makes 45. Soy sauce is exactly the way it's supposed to be for the Trinity. And for the record, yeah, the jar that I first saw, and what's amazing, folks, remember I told you about this play? I'm going to grab the ticket here. This play that I was told by the Holy Ghost to buy a ticket for opening night, and I saw it 3 nights in a row. Last night I went with Helena, but the previous 2 nights I was there by myself. Front row seat, A9, by Divine Ordinance for the number 3, but I was there for 3 consecutive nights. Thoroughly Modern Millie, I already preached gems on this. I might share a few more, in fact I will. But this word soy sauce is a star in the script. It's one of the loudest lines, pair of words that gets yelled out in the whole play. It's really funny. There's this whole conundrum that takes place with the main character, and she ends up, dumping soy sauce in this beautiful gown of this lady at a party, and it just causes havoc. And And the lady screams out soy sauce at the top of her lungs. At the top of her lungs. And it's just divine that I got this gem soy sauce from the Lord in the midst of those 3 nights. Like, I think I saw the play the first night. Did a bunch of gems. The day after was when I went to the sushi joint, and the Holy Ghost just speaks. You know, I'm sitting there at the sushi table and we start solving things. Soy sauce, that's huge. It's like, and it's just beautiful. And so, folks, this is the name of the restaurant, Sushi Mate. God has been leading me, you know, red is the king of colors. I've seriously been led by God to like scoop up gems, like in particular, like places that have red all over them. Asian places just love red, but and so here's, I just borrow this piece of paper and I'm writing all these words, all the gems from the Holy Ghost with the numbers for all of them on the back of this thing. This is, of course, the chopsticks container. This is the envelope that your chopsticks come in. Well, chopsticks adds perfectly to 1, 2, 3. 123, starting with C, which is 3. We're going to put that on the board in a second. Furthermore, chopsticks, at least the ones I was given, the nice dark brown wood ones that you don't throw away. They're not the snap apart, you know, throw away kind. The nice ones are shaped like hexagons. Just like Staedtler pencils. Like I have Staedtler pencils here. They're shaped like hexagons at the top, and then they taper down for the number 3. Hexagons like that. Okay. And so I draw all these things to make note of it. Hexagons divides by 3 when you speak it. And of course it's 6-sided for the number 3. The glory has always been in the details. Like I'm just, furthermore, the standard jar of soy sauce is exactly 150 milliliters, which is so good for the number 3, it's ridiculous. We don't even need to start there. And you start solving details. But soy sauce is the name of it. That adds to 111. Okay? So what else? Sushi is easy to solve. Sushi is +1 at the beginning. And then the gold train of 3s is right here. Because then we can talk about sushi's taste, or sushi's quality, or sushi's nutritional value, or sushi's whatever. You can even pluralize sushis. Like, I think you can. I want multiple sushis. Fine, but this, so it's +1 at the beginning. Here's the gold train of 3s. It's obvious because the second letter divides by 3, the last letter, and then here's the perfect cube of 3 right here, 27. Which is, of course, the famous 27 in love, twice. So love is at the center of the word sushi. And then this is 21 + 9, 30 points flanking. That's 50, so the gold train is 57, 888 by the law of prime, 19, 19, 19, 8 prime, 8, done, okay? And then chopsticks adds to 1, 2, 3. Hello? Whose story is this, okay? Whose story is this? I love, when I went to this play, at the entrance to the theater, they have a large, beautifully scripted, in nice, beautiful black letters, the quote by Shakespeare, "All the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players." That is actually very true. But whose stage is it? And whose story is it? God's, the Triune God. And He has made sure that everything screams out the number 3. Okay? And in particular, the names of everything. Because that's how God collects the glory for everything. You take the glory for the name, you take the glory for the whole thing. Because no one can talk about that thing, person, place, or entity, whatever it is, visible or invisible, angels, whatever. No one can talk about that thing, that created thing of God, no one can talk about it without saying its name. And that's why the name. We solve the name, take the glory for the whole thing. So chopsticks are what they're called. And there's 2 of them. And God, the Lord just keeps speaking this to me over and over again. In fact, I got a gem coming back from the gym yesterday where plurals, the word plurals divides by 3. Oh yeah. And then I solved this word, delights. And I got the word from the Holy Ghost that says, Derek, there's only one thing better than one delight, and that's a ton of delights. That's what God has given to us. It's indescribable delights that God has created in this world. So, but it's the plural. And then I got this gem. There's only one thing better than one plural, and that's multiple plurals. Okay? So it's the pluralization often of things. Because God is plural. That's Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, Elohim, gods, plural, created the heaven and the earth. 3 of them. When the Lord shows up to Abraham, he appears as 3 men in physical form. 3. So plural. So that's why when we look at the word plurals, there are 3 letters that knit together. 3 plus 1s that knit together to make multiple of 3. The rest of the letters all divided by 3. I've just proven mathematically that, you know, there's only one thing better than one plural, and that's multiple plurals. God wants everything to be plural. Lots of kids in the family. Lots of trees on the planet. Lots of flowers in the fields. Lots of mountains everywhere. Lots of food in abundance. Just boom, lots. More than one, because our God is plural. He is a team. He's 3 people. He's 3 people. He's plural. Wow. It's just, that's why and this word plural is so important, because it's just, it defines the very, like it is the English word to describe when you have more than one thing. Well, God is more than one person. So you think he's going to pass up this famous word plural to bear the number 3? Not a chance. Not a chance. We're staring at a kingpin right here. And I love using this one as a prime example, because I always say this. There's only one thing better than one delight, and that's multiple delights. You know, there's only one thing better than one tree, and that's multiple trees. And when you just add the S on the end, you'll just see it just sends it through the roof, and the number goes higher, and just so plurals. What does it add to then? 36 for the 3 that don't divide by 3, and then you can easily find, like there's so many 9s in here, you can easily find the value of love in 27s. 42 plus 21. Oh yeah, exactly. 63. It's amazing. It's insane. The letters that do divide by 3 make 63. The letters that don't make 36. Well, that's famously 99. Hello. You know, plurals. Composed of these 2 teams, 63. And you can break that down. You can, like, these are 4 letters divided by 3. Okay, you can pull an 18. R is 18 out of that if you want. And then you're left with 45. Okay, so you got like 18, 36, 45. Like you can get 3 teams that divide by 9 in this guy. 13 or 18, 36, 45. You know. Just checking my numbers. Yeah, add to 99. Plurals. Okay. God likes plurals. He likes abundance of everything because why? Why? Because that is who he is. Everything is an expression of who God is. The God nature. That everything in this universe is an expression of who God is. Why are there so many of everything? Because God himself is plural. God is 3 persons. And do the math on that divine phrase. 3 persons, that divides by 3. God is divides by 3 equals love. God is 3 persons divides by 3. And it's loaded. It's like 168 or something like that. Triple, sevenfold. It's just plurals. Just stop and appreciate how plural nearly everything is in the universe. Just an abundance of everything. But when you understand that there's only 3 members of the Godhead, in the midst of all these millions of items and people, you got to get your priorities straight and love the Trinity more than anything or anyone in all your life. Okay. And then so delights. I've always loved the word delight, and I was just, you know, I've always loved the word delight. Delight. Oh, it's a delight. What a delight that person is. What a delight. This play was a delight to go to. It was 3 standing ovations. I went 3 nights in a row, from the first night to now. Yesterday was the 13th. Today is 14th, Valentine's Day. I went 3 nights in a row, standing ovation every single night. And last night was the best the actors have, and actresses, of course, have ever put on all their lines. It was just out of control. It was absolutely stunning, absolute over the top. You could tell everyone was just pushing. Everyone was fearless. Everyone was just totally in the moment, completely living the fullness, you know. And it was so whiz-bang, it was just overwhelming. Just totally stellar. Honestly, the best performance of live drama I have ever seen in my life. Partially because I got to sit in the front row every single time. And when you're sitting that close to all the action and all the beautiful people involved, it just hits you like a truck moment by moment. So yeah, delights. Delights. I'm delighted that it's the plural that divides by 3. Delighting. There's multiple delights, okay? 39 plus, I love. Look at this, the word love sitting right here. You just, and then start looking for love, the 54, the 27 there. That's where God has hidden himself. This equals love. You know, there's one found, boom, big gem. And then you got 9 plus 18, then you got 30 points up here. Delights is 84. Very king, okay? So, just, so back to chopsticks. Chopsticks equals 1, 2, 3, and you can split it. Both words, it's just obvious, chopsticks. I mean, it's so beautiful. It's just letter by letter, just totally obvious. Syllables, the word chop divides by 3, the word sticks divides by 3 in beautiful fashion. Chopsticks, it's just the funnest thing to say. That's a 1, 2, 3 perfectly. And then when you look at chopsticks, you'll see the 3's all over them. You know, a nice quality pair of chopsticks will be cut as hexagons, like pencils. You know, like the traditional HB, you know, pencil with the 6 sides, you know, for the glory of the Trinity. And of course, they're shaped like triangles. I mean, everything is screaming out this number 3. So what other gems did I get? Oh, green tea. And the Lord told me to get green tea. Like, and I got multiple pots, like they came in these cute little pots. I went through 3 of the little teapots. 3 little teapots of green tea. And it just fueled me for the entire day. I think there's little trace amounts of caffeine in that restaurant green tea. And it was just what I needed. It was just perfect for the rest of the day. I had to stay warm while I love to run around when I do my newspapers. I'm fast, I can't stand slow work, I just rip through it all. It gave me the warmth from the inside plus the energy. I was just totally buzzed. And then I had to stay up late. I wanted to be super alert for watching the play. The Bell's play, the Thoroughly Modern Millie and all the wonderful people there. And it's just awesome. Just a party with God. Just totally cool. So what else did we get at this restaurant? It's just amazing. It's just pure pleasure. You're sitting there solving all things. So green tea, let's just write this on the board. Just so it's all on the board. It's now been solved. Like, it's so fun. Green tea equals 75 divides by 3. Soy sauce. I mean, these are huge. Green tea, soy sauce, chopsticks. I mean, these are the 3 biggies of any Asian restaurant. Green tea, yeah. Soy sauce, there better be. Chopsticks, how are we going to eat? It's like, wow. And we got all these in one meal. And I want to testify to the glory of God. Because this happened on the 12th of February. I'm pretty sure it was the day. Well, here it is right here on the order number. That's why I keep the receipts. And this is why. Because it's order number 33. I was shocked. This is the actual receipt I got. In fact, I got 2 of them. I was so shocked. First, I ordered the Alaska roll. And the reason I did that, well, first because I sensed it was the thing I wanted the most. But Alaska divides by 3, and roll, every letter divides by 3. And so this is the original receipt I got. First thing I ordered was 1 Alaska roll. Of course, it's like a combo of 6 to 8. I think it's like 8 pieces of sushi. But look at that, order 33. And of course, order divides by 3. Order divides by 3. It is, oh my gosh, order is loaded with 9s. Just loaded. It's got 9 plus double 9 plus double 9 plus 15 on the front. Order is 60 perfectly. Yeah, that's right. And then number 33. Table 6, no less. Table 6, order number 33. And then I was so excited by getting this receipt, screaming out the number 3, that I was just like, and the Lord was saying to me, the other thing the Lord keeps saying to me is, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? And I could feel that I needed more food to be satisfied. And so I said, well, no, I need to order something more. And so I did. And so then she brings me a second receipt that also says the number order 33. And of course, it could have said 34. She could have made them separate numbers. I was thinking it would probably come out with order number 34, like 2 separate. But no, she brought out a separate bill, but still order number 33. Table 6, February 12th. Like, these are pure 3s, folks. This is all divine. I'm very conscious that God is sovereign. This is his story. He's sovereign. He ordained the dates and times of every single thing that's happening. And I testify to the glory of the living God that it was precisely, as these things say, February the 12th, like, look, just after 3 p.m. In fact, it was probably 3 p.m. because, look, this one receipt is for 2:48 p.m., the first thing, and then the second receipt is for 3:17 p.m. That's roughly an average of 3 p.m. that I was in this restaurant getting these revelations. So, at 3 p.m. on February 12th, which divides by 3, sitting at table number 6, receiving order number 33, was the first time in world history that someone solved all soy sauce for the glory of the Trinity, and all green tea, and all chopsticks. There was also a bamboo plant sitting directly in front of my table. Beautiful. Bamboo divides by 3. Plant divides by 3. Tree divides by 3. Long, and I started just building on it, you know. Here it is right here. And I had to, you know, open this up. This is what I wrote down. I'm just going to get it all on video there. And then I started tagging words that I know that divide by 3 in front of it. Long, straight, tall, brown, bamboo shoots. There's the plural. Shoots divides by 3. There's multiple bamboo shoots in this plant sitting in front of me. So whether you say it's a bamboo plant or it's bamboo shoots, it divides by 3. And what color are they? Oh, they're brown. That divides by 3. They're also tall. They're straight. They're thin. Thin divides by 3. Fat divides by 3. It's just every word that comes out of your mouth is glorifying the Trinity. And it's a pure pleasure. You're sitting by yourself in a restaurant and you're just playing Scrabble with the King of the Universe. He's speaking to you. You're solving things. You're doing math. You're gem hunting. You're checking out the items on the table. You're like, oh, what company made this soy sauce? Oh, yeah, we can solve that right now. Just like, oh, man. Checking the numbers on everything. You're checking the ingredients. I'm like learning what soy sauce it's composed of, and I'm finding gems and what's on the inside of it. I'm like, you know, just, what was it? Oh, soybean. Yeah, the word soybean, okay, is of course where soy sauce comes from. Well, let's do the math on soybean like I did in the store. See, I wouldn't be digging for these kind of gems if I wasn't an awakened person to the sovereignty of God. Well, look at soybean. The word soy, and it's together with the word bean to make the famous 27, the perfect cube with 3. It's bookended to make 33. These divide by 3, he divides by 3. Done. Soybean. Perfect. What does it all add to? 42, 48 plus 3, 81. I remember that. That's insane. That's 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Soybean, which is of course the root of soy sauce. Both of these are all factor 8 numbers that divide by 3 kingly. Done. We've just solved every soybean and all soy sauce in the history of the universe. You can even go to the scientific name for soybean and you'll get even more glory. It'll shock you. The sovereignty of God is my favorite truth right next to God is love. Those are my 2 favorite truths basically. God is love and God is sovereign. Do the math on those phrases. They're stunning. God is equals love. God is 54. Love equals 54. God is sovereign. That's the famous 168 simple set of triple H's. My 2 favorite truths. God is love. God is sovereign. For the rest of your life, you're invincible. God loves you, and He's sovereign. That means He's in control. He loves you so much that He's in charge, and He's just going to keep blessing you. He's going to talk to you when you need talking to. He's going to just love you to pieces. You're married to the best spouse you could ever imagine in the history of the universe. His name is God. He loves you. In Jesus' name, you have a personal relationship with Him. You'll hear His voice daily, just like a sheep and a shepherd. Okay, so you can do the math on that. Bamboo shoots, perfect. Now you know why the word bamboo is so fun to say. 3 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15, like adds to 48. Could a man ask for more? No, we could. Well, actually, he could, but we don't need to because God is my satisfaction. Okay, shoots. 27 plus 30, 57. Shoots is like 96. Oh my gosh. So that's 39 plus 27. Let me just check my numbers here. Oh my gosh. Shoots is 96. Yeah? Oh my gosh. Shoots is 96. And bamboo is 48. Lord be praised. So bamboo is 48. Shoots is 96. Both of those divided by 24 and they're half a piece. That's insane. So it adds to 144 perfectly. Bamboo shoots. in 6 plus 6 letters. You gotta be kidding me. So bamboo shoots in 12 letters adds to the perfect square 12. To the board. I insist that this be written on the wall in world history, because we're very conscious that we are making history. I love my picture of the soy sauce container from the top down so much because it bears the number 3. I want to leave that up there. I love drawing. I love drawing things. So let's just label that before we erase the rest. 1, 2, 3. There is the literal soy sauce jar that I held in my hands when I saw soy sauce for the first time. It's 1, 2, 3. You just hold it like that. Okay, so now we want to write on the board the bamboo shoots, because it adds to the perfect square of 12 in 12 letters. So let's just get that all nice and perfect there. So bamboo shoots. Excuse me. I insist on perfection. I insist on perfection. Bamboo shoots. So bamboo is 48. Shoots is double that. So that equals the perfect 144, which is 12 times 12. And that is accomplished in 12 letters. 6 for bamboo and 6 for shoots. And it's got a double of the famous favorite letter O for the number 3 in both words, like good night. You know, first 2 letters add to 3, this makes 15, so you got 3, 15, 15, 15, 27, perfect cube of 3, marriage couple made in heaven, TS, just like, there you go. Genius. How many strokes? Does the number of strokes divided by 3? Yeah, in bamboo it does. In shoots it does as well. Crazy. The number of strokes to write bamboo is 3, 6, 10, 13, 14, 15. And the number of strokes to write shoots is 6, 9. It's insane. So together it's 24 strokes to write bamboo shoots in 12 letters, adds to 144. Oh yeah. I need to go out and get some bamboo shoots for this interior now. Now that we've solved bamboo shoots. Folks, God is insanely generous and insanely romantic. I don't stop thinking that if we could all get baptized in the truth from sea to shining sea, there would be so much abundance, so much love, so much celebration and partying happen day and night. Folks, we've got so much down here. We just don't know how to love each other. And we just don't know who God is. And we just don't know how to share. We're not filled with the love of God. We're not baptized in the Spirit of God. We're not baptized in the truth of God. If we all were from sea to shining sea, we would have so much love, it would be nigh unto the kingdom of Solomon. It's not difficult. God is able. So look at that. I mean, folks, you know, I live in a valley where there's millions of bamboo shoots in homes, and there's millions of nice houses with interiors. It's called Let the Outpouring Come. Let God visit this town, and people will have more friends and more time. And anyways, okay. So bamboo shoots, look at that, adds to 144, 12 times 12, and 12 letters, 24 strokes. Just boom, bamboo shoots. Solved in this very restaurant that I was sitting in, Sushi Mate. And the Lord has been leading me with the color red. I need to be bold in declaring that and not apologize for the incredible way that God leads using color. Red is the king of colors, 3 times 3 times 3. So much that the Lord has been... Look, I'm going to share this gem with you. The Lord has been leading me to shop at Superstore, the real Canadian Superstore, all red, bright red letters. He said, you know, we're done with Walmart. It's red time. Like, red is the king of colors. And I'm amazed at how God is just going to what I see happening. Just is that those businesses and places that God has ordained to have the number red are just going to keep going up and up. That's the way I feel. I mean, China and Asia, like, all the Asian countries are nuts about red, and they're just going through the roof. I mean, but anyways, and it's all for the glory of Jesus. So, when you go to Superstore, and I did this is totally divine. I know for a fact I got this unending printout of this just to make this video. When you go to Superstore, you can buy gas at the gas bar. Gas divides by 3, it makes 27, the perfect cube of 3. Bar divides by 3. Gas bar divides by 3 in 6 letters. 27 plus, it equals 48. Good night. So the superstore, so you go to the superstore gas bar, you put some gas in your vehicle, and then when you're done, you get these super bucks. Super bucks! It's a coupon! Coupon divides by 3, and the best part is super bucks divides by 3. But the funny thing I want to show you, because I love sharing personal stories from my personal life of what God does in my life to crack me up and just send me through the roof howling in the Holy Ghost. When I got my super bucks coupon coming out of the electronic, your receipt comes out of the gas station. Your receipt comes out, it goes and then it stops. Well, Lord be praised. By Divine Ordinance, mine doesn't stop. And now I have over 4 feet of unending Superbucks text to make a fun video of, to glorify the Triune God. This says Superbucks not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but for 4 feet of unending text screaming out Superbucks. To the glory of the Trinity, because Superbucks divides by 3. That's why. That's exactly why. This is a divine gem from the living God. All 4 feet of it. Actually, it's probably more like 5. My wingspan is probably 6 feet. I'm almost at tip to tip. This is 5 feet of Superbucks text. Like there's a Superbucks written every single inch and a quarter here. Superbucks, 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 all across the back. Superbucks, 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 Superbucks. How many Superbucks do you want? And of course, this is dispensed to like people by the millions day and night. And then of course on the other side, Superbucks. They've got it trademarked. It's like, this is our Superbucks. Superbucks. It's like everyone wants a piece of the Superbucks. Why? Why Superbucks? Because it divides by 3. So let's get it on the board. Because I love it when God does personal fun things in my life. By the way, the color orange divides by 3. But, I love it when God, like these Superbucks, this thing applies to like every Loblaw store in Canada, which is huge. Like Extra Foods, Loblaw, Superstore, Super Value, No Frills. There's a ton, like these are the big, like this is big, folks. Superbucks. It is a coupon. Coupon divides by 3. Superbucks divides by 3. It's God's story. Superbucks. And I laugh because He ordained me to get an entire, 5 feet. And by the way, feet divides by 3 and 5 divides by 3. So let's just hit it right. It is basically 5 feet. I have 5 feet of Superbucks. Every word I just spoke divides by 3. 5 feet of Superbucks to the glory of the Trinity. By the way, it only adds to 46 cents, but it was the ordinance of this thing just, like the machine did not cut off the receipt. And so when I pulled out, when I tried to pull out my coupon from the dispenser, it just kept coming out. And so I was like, okay, this is my chance. This is the divine provision here for me to make a funny movie. And so I just kept rolling it out, and I got myself 5 feet. 5 feet of Superbucks receipts so that we can make this funny video to the glory of God. So let's get Superbucks on the board here and solve it mathematically. It divides by 3. I honestly don't even know what the grand total is. I just check very easily to see if things divide by 3 at face value. But Superbucks are the official coupon. Remember, coupon is an easy one for the number 3. Coupon is very similar to the word color, I'm just realizing. The word color has all these letters, which are very similar to the word coupon, 6 in total. And the word color, every letter divides by 3. Coupon, you just have this P and this N that do not, that knit together to make 30. But it's very, the fame of the word color and the kingliness thereof is indisputable. While coupon, 1, 2, 3, remember folks, God favors the meek. God favors the poor, and it's God's specialty to provide for people with impeccable accuracy. Like God can just, it's just, the way God provides, it's all an expression of His love. When God does something accurate in your life, that is the most satisfying. Okay? That's why it's a pleasure to live with next to nothing, like the Israelites did, and just be freely open-handed with what God has given you, because then you get to experience God in divine providence, just meeting your perfect need day by day. You don't know where the next batch of manna is going to come from. You just know God is going to provide your daily manna. It's awesome. And so God loves coupons. Anyways, so he loves using coupons in the story. Like this is a part of God's. What does coupon add to? Let's jump through this. 81. Wow. Coupon equals color. Great Scott! I feel like Christopher Lloyd on Back to the Future. Marty. Great Scott, Marty. Coupon equals color. Wow. The famous 84. And, you know, I mean, there's like an infinite number of coupons, like, being used in this story day and night. Like, there's actually a really fun part in this play. I get gems from just the coolest places. There's a really fun part in this play that God led me to lead to Early Modern Millie. It's 3 standing ovations now. I saw it 3 nights in a row. Where Belle, who invited me to the play, she sings a song about she's a rich person in the play that desires to live the poor life, and she sings a really funny, delightful song about clipping coupons and wanting that whole like fun experience of just, you know, barely, you know, always, you know, just having enough kind of thing. So coupon, boom, and it's just shocking. It's just obvious. I mean, we said it at the beginning, how they share the same letters. Look, the L and the R in color, which are the only 2 different letters in coupon, add together to make 30, and then the P and the N here make 30. This is 14, this is 16, this is 12, and this is 18. Wow, it's just perfect. You're just like, oh, I love perfection. And English is perfect because God speaks English, and God is perfect. Therefore, English must be perfect. Now you know why you took spelling tests in elementary school. Okay, so enough said. The rest of the letters are all the same. Coupon equals color equals 84. Wow, that just now I'm that much more excited about this Superbucks coupon. And folks, this coupon of mine only says 46 cents at the top. Okay, but the revelation of the word Superbucks and the word coupon for the glory of the Trinity is taking the glory for every coupon and every Superbuck in the history of the universe, which is priceless. So I just love how God chooses the weak things of the world. It just, boom, explodes like truth onto the scene, like a flood. And of course, what are these 2 letters that appear after every instance of Superbucks? If you have really good eyes, or this camera probably won't pick it up, but behind, at the top of every single one of these Superbucks is, what do you see? What 2 letters are actually printed there? Never mind what it stands for. What is actually printed there? On every single Superbucks, I apologize, this camera will not focus, but you know what it is. It's TM. Even on all the gray ones, there, TM, 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 an unending river of TMs. The famous TM that is printed on every single name of everything. Why? 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 Why is this TM everywhere in the universe? Why? Because TM adds to 33 perfectly. In 6 strokes. 4 for the M, 2 for the T. See how they need each other? See how God ordained everything in this universe to need something else? Okay? TM. The T is 20. It's the 20th letter. It's that simple. Grade 1 children can do this. And you can do it in your head everywhere you go. T is 20. M is 13. Put those 2 together, you get 33 perfectly. The M supplies 4 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. The T supplies 2. 1, 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. For the glory of the Trinity. Just like the 6 days of creation were accomplished in 3 days that were completed in the next 3 days. Day 1 was completed on day 4. Day 2 was completed on day 5. Day 3 was completed on day 6. There you go. So, after all that, Superbucks. What does Superbucks add to? By the way, I get the coolest gems from God in the most pleasurable ways. I went to this play, and I believe this feather was from the very first night, but I was sitting in the front row by Divine Ordinance, seat number 9. Seat number 9. You can even see it on my ticket. Seat number 9, front row. Number 9 is king for number 3. Front row divides by 3 when you speak it. And there was a point in the play where one of the diva singers, she comes down the steps near the front row, and when she swirled her little, scarf, the real feathery type, beautiful, classic diva, around the neck, long, feathery thing. One single feather floats off of it, comes directly into my hand. Like I was literally just sitting there in perfect peace and comfort, just enjoying this beautiful presentation of glory, and one single feather just comes floating perfectly into my hand. I literally I was just sitting there with, a leg up and just like that. Like it was just like, why thank you for your champagne. It was just like, thank you waiter for just putting that right in my hand. It's just one single feather, boom. I didn't even have to reach out practically. It came like right into the palm of my hand. I just like, plucked it straight out of the air. Because feather divides by 3. Feather. Feather. You know how big that gem is, every bird. Feather. And I kept it because I knew it was a divine ordinance from the Lord. Feather. And of course feathers branch in 3s, just like snowflakes. But feather adds to 63. So good. So good. So, and I got so many gems to share from this play. It's mind-blowing. It's pure pleasure once you know God is sovereign and that you just go around scooping up the gold. Last night, they were selling 3 different, it's just amazing, they were selling 3 different types of cupcake. I mean, the best part, I knew, I had just recently solved the word cupcake and we're going to put it on the board. Cupcake is like the most loaded word of all time for the number 3. Like it's just embarrassing. I think it adds to 81, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 with like 2 C's, 3 in there. And no less, I got 2 red cupcakes. Classic red velvet, because the Lord has been speaking to me about the color red. That red is king. Red is the color of love. It's the color, okay? And remarkably, this play that I've gone to 3 nights in a row has been red themed. That is the color of the main character. It's the color of the lighting at the beginning and at the end and throughout. And that is the color of the tickets, the program. Lo and behold, they had red velvet cupcakes, and that's why they were delicious. Once God told me to buy a ticket for opening night to this, and I went the next 2 nights in a row. I write these words down from the Lord. Don't want to lose my feather when I get them. So for example, buy a ticket for opening night. Do the math on it. It divides by 3. It's just screaming it out too. Opening night is like 1, 2, 3 or something like that. And so once you know you're led by the Lord, you know that everything that He has prepared in that place is going to be just perfect. And that's why I didn't hesitate to buy a cupcake last night. I bought 2 of them. We solved the word cupcake the day before. We're going to throw it on the board right after this. And as soon as I sunk my teeth in that thing, I was like, yep, here it is. They were the most delicious, gorgeous, unbelievably soft, moist, tender, like just like tasty cupcakes of all time. And I knew I was supposed to get the red one. Because red is king. God has been speaking to me about the color red. Of course, brown divides by 3 as well. It was also divine that they had 3 different types of cupcakes. Every moment of life is totally precious when you know that God is sovereign and that at all times He's glorifying Himself mathematically. You're just excited. You're counting things. You're studying names. You're just like, wow. So we're going to solve red cupcake, red velvet. And the word velvet has those 2 VEs in it, which is like perfect U3. And what's really cool about a red cupcake Okay, there was a couple words we needed to get superbucks done. Okay, I need to get red cupcake on the board. Where did my black go? It's in my pocket. Thank goodness for video, and thank goodness that this is eternal stuff, so it doesn't matter how long we take. Well, that's the pink pen. Here, black pen. Here it is. A red cupcake. So, superbucks. Actually, I want to do red cupcake first because this is just too awesome. Cupcake is, I mean, this is too obvious. 21 links together there, 12, and then 3 letters divided by 3. We solved this yesterday. That's 27, 48. Oh, the cupcake is 60. There we go. Nice, even 60. And then a red cupcake adds 27 to that. A brown cupcake, and of course icing and sugar both divide by 3. And so you can say a cupcake with icing, which they did. They had icing. And the icing was just delectable. It was soft, divides by 3. You know, just keep building. So a cupcake with icing. Icing is 42. And then the word with is 60, so a cupcake with icing adds to 162, which is a triple of love. Same value as the word university. Love, love, love. And we found 3 54s in the word university. Love, love, love. And so we have a cupcake with icing adds to love, love, love. I'll bet you we can even find the 3 loves in that divine phrase. But, I mean, you can do that for homework. And then you can see a red cupcake with icing. And that adds another 27 on top of that string of 27s already. You've already got 6 27s, now you just add another one. It's insane for number 3. Perfect. Let's just quickly dust off superbucks. Just do it like this. 21, 21, 42. Wow, 63, bunch of 20. Wow. 84. Man, it's like pure 21s. Crazy. 105 plus 30, 135. Man, that was insane. Just insane 21s in there. 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, and then 30. Like, whoa, for the number 3. Bam. So we solved all superbucks. Okay. God gave me this question while I was at the sushi place. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? In 3 words, that divides by 3. Perfect. It's a divine word from the Lord. God is asking you, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied in life? God is your satisfier. If you are not satisfied, enter in and keep doing that and those things that you need to do, that you want to do in order to say, you know what, God, I really actually do feel satisfied. Thank you for satisfying me. Wow. Okay. This was amazing. At the end of this sushi meal at the restaurant, they give you one word that is original, which adds to 201, the famous 201 of world history. Just everything is precious and solvable and divine. I live in a temperate rainforest. That's what Langley is. Temperate rainforest divides by 3, okay? On this soy sauce container, I noticed that most of the flavor is sodium. Well, the famous word sodium adds to 81, which is pure 3s. Hello. Here's the word soybean. And we solved the word 54 and 27 in there. Sodium, 81. Love, just sitting in the word soybean. This is the drawing I made of the 3s. Made a note that the size of the container, 150 mils, divides by 3. Remarkably, I have always loved McDoubles at McDonald's. McDouble divides by 3 with cheese, both divide by 3. The color of the restaurant was stark red everywhere. Chopsticks. I live in a temperate rainforest. I write down words from the Lord that just scream out the number 3. Soy sauce, green tea. I bought the Alaska roll. That was the first item. Alaska and roll, both divided by 3. Takeout divides by 3. Okay. And then, just a personal gem now. But this was just shocking. I mean, this was shocking. that lo and behold, at the end of all that revelation flood, I am order number 33 at table number 6. And I get 2 of these things. Just incredible. And so, and then one more gem from the play last night with Thoroughly Modern Millie. And I could not resist. It was probably one of my favorite lines in the whole movie. It made me laugh the loudest last night. And that is when there's a couple having an anniversary dinner in a restaurant in the play. And the man shouts out the length of time that they've been married. And he shouts out 18 years. But the way he says it is pure hysterical. And you had to be there. This is a personal gem. Okay? It's just so funny because he's, obviously somewhat like annoyed. He's a funny, flat-speaking, kind of bitter husband character when the wife is just completely like, in love and, the anniversary. And he's just like, and he says it just like this, 18 years. And he says it like kind of toward the audience, right? As if it's, he's just venting some of his like struggle, in the marriage. But she's like happy as a clam. It's really funny, but it was the funniest line of the night that made me laugh the most. And it's just divine. 18 years. First of all, the word 18 divides by 3. That's obvious. The number, pardon me. But then this divine text is so loaded. And I realized this. The bookends make 24. 2 center letters divided by 3. Then you might as well cluster these 3 E's together. Then the T and the A knit together. Then you've got 18 here all by itself. You might as well put these guys together and make 15. And then you've got 9 here divides by 3. Like 18 years. It's just a divine set of letters to glorify the Trinity in the most beautiful way possible. And I marveled that it was the exact set of letters that made me laugh out loud the loudest last night. Like as soon as he said this line, and this was my 3rd night going, so I was looking forward to this one because it has made me laugh every